Hi, and welcome to the Ocean Springs Community Live Show. I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Sarah Karkish. We are here today to connect the community with the arts and culture, business, and entertainment around town.
So we're going to share a lot of stuff with you throughout this year, but we want to kind of start by giving you guys some updates of some events and activities that are going on in the community. And so I don't get this wrong, I'm going to read a few of these.
That's okay, me too.
So starting on Wednesday, February 24th from 12 to 1 here at the Mary C, the Ocean Springs Chamber will host their annual meeting. And that's going to be a really cool event because we're going to showcase some community leaders and some folks, outstanding folks in the community. So you'll want to tune in for that. And then on Thursday, February 25th, the Twisted Anchor Tattoo Gallery has their new art show opening.
That'll be fun.
I know. It's called Nick Moran Art Show from 6:30 to 9. It's open to the public, so you can go by and check that out. And then on Friday, February 26th, we're actually going to do a double ribbon cutting event with Four Bulls and Silas Pilates over there at the inlet on Highway 90. That'll be at 4 p.m. So you guys are welcome to attend that as well. And then we have something else cool going on now through May 12th. It is March of the Mayors, and it's Pack the Pantries event. So that's a really cool event with extra table where each city, each mayor is asking the community to drop off one particular canned good.
And then Ocean Springs is going to be canned fruit?
Correct.
Nice.
So, correct. So if you guys have that, drop it off at Parks and Rec, City Hall, or the fire department now, but between now and March 12th, and help fill the pantries along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And then one other event I'll mention is March 27th and 28th. That's our
Spring Arts Festival.
Yes, in downtown Ocean Springs. So you're going to want to be a part of that event and just come enjoy spring. So those are a few events that are coming up that we just kind of want to remind you about to put on your calendar.
Absolutely.
So now we're going to do something a little different. We always like to interview somebody in the community. Yes. And today, Sarah had a different idea.
I did. So normally Cynthia will interview someone in the business side of things, and then I'll interview someone in the art side of things. Right. So if we're going to start this show and we're doing this together, I felt like the community needed to know us a little bit. So today we're going to interview each other.
Okay.
So y'all can get to know us and understand why we're even doing this show. And for us to feel like we have a purpose, you know?
Right.
And we're now co-hosts, so I want to know you and you know me on a different level, and hopefully the community can feel connected with us through this. So.
Okay, so let's dig right in.
Okay, I got my questions.
Ooh, okay, go for it, Sarah.
Okay, I have my first question. You ready for this? All right, so you are a reporter. You've gone to school to be a reporter, correct?
Correct.
And you have a degree in that.
Correct.
So, but now you've transitioned into being the director at the Chamber of Ocean Springs.
Right.
Okay, so.
Apparently I can't leave that behind. So,
so my question is, when you went to school to be a reporter, what did you actually want to report?
Nice. Okay, well, I got my undergraduate in broadcast journalism, so that was kind of an open-ended field to be a writer, news anchor, or anything like that. So really, I love writing, and
so all topics, or did you have did you want to talk about crime, or were you always thinking it was going to be city-based?
Really? No, I didn't even think it was going to be city-based at all.
And
really?
That's funny that now you're in this position.
Right?
And all you talk about is Ocean Springs. I've heard you're the queen bee of Ocean Springs. And you are.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's embarrassing, but you really are. You pour your heart and soul into Ocean Springs.
Right.
So.
And I kind of love that. I kind of take that reporting background as a passion, you know, to kind of tell the story of the community. And I love to write, and right before I got into this job, I turned more into feature writing instead of actual news reporting. But since I've been in this job, I've done a little more public relations, which is like newspaper writing. I did a lot of freelance. I helped some newspapers in the area.
And marketing.
A few years back. That's right.
Yeah.
So I kind of like all those kind of areas, but I had literally envisioned myself being a news anchor. I did work at a television station for a while.
That's awesome.
But it's kind of evolved, you know, as you grow and kind of, you know, get your degree in communication and communication is a wide field. So I get to do a little bit of everything. I get to write, I get to advertise, I get to design, and I get to event plan. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. But
I feel like that's kind of something we have in common, even though we come from very different backgrounds.
Right.
You and I have our toes in a lot of different passions.
I agree.
And it's nice, and like we're here challenging ourselves, even doing this show. At least I feel that way, because I have no background in being behind a camera or being a reporter. But I felt like you saw something in me, and that fed me into this. And I feel like it's a challenge to be in front of a camera. It's a challenge to talk about what you're interested in, and
and when we interviewed each other a couple months back at Peter Anderson Festival, we just kind of hit it off and just kept talking back and forth with each other, and I kind of knew you did have that communication vibe.
When it's natural, when it's natural, and we're talking about the things that I know, it's easy. And it's like I feel very animated. But then it's like when you hand me this, and then you're like, you're going to read this first thing, and I'm like, okay, what am I saying? But it's okay, because that's the challenge that I enjoy. You know.
And with that being said, you know, you have an interesting background, but tell the community why you fell in love with Ocean Springs. You've kind of seems like you shared a little bit of that, but really, like, what made you fall in love with this community?
Okay, so. I'm originally from Jackson, but my family has always had a house in Biloxi.
Nice.
And that's because my mom's business had different branches in the southern region. So Katrina took that house out, and Mom eventually, when I was about 20, relocated to Ocean Springs instead of buying another house in Biloxi. So since I was 20, I'm 30 now. You know, I've been a part of this community in different ways. At first, I was kind of a tourist visiting my mom and doing things we like to do, and I didn't really know anybody. And then after college, I moved here for 9 months and got to know some of my own people, my own friends, my own community. Then I went back to Jackson, started Hannaberry, that's my art studio, and moved it and my husband and built a home here. And now we're officially here, and now we're like really in the community, whether we wanted to be or not. We just ended up in it. So,
but you know, tell me a little bit. You mentioned the Hannaberry studio. So tell everybody a little bit about that, because you know you're a young, vibrant person in the community of Ocean Springs, but you actually have your own company.
Yes.
You know, you have your own art.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your art background.
Okay, so I have a degree in graphic design and illustration, 2 degrees actually.
It's now graphic design.
So that's been really helpful in marketing my business. And Mom has always owned her own businesses, so I grew up under her desk, and it's just kind of instilled in me. So my passion is art, but I feel like maybe I'm better at being a businesswoman, and I'm able to, like, you know, bring the arts up with that part of me. So my studio, we make furniture and art. My husband went to school to design and learn how to make furniture. And then I have this whole digital side. So a lot of the way that I make woodworking is digitally by using laser cutters and CNC routers.
Nice.
And you can still do joinery with that, but he knows how to do it all by hand with no screws, no nails, nothing. It's incredible, like Japanese joinery. But so I do a lot of the art inlays that we put on our furniture. Our furniture is all very artistic, bold, contemporary, organic. So a lot of the artwork that's happening in my studio ends up on our furniture. So I mean, we've been doing this for 8 years. We've had so many clients. We've worked with organizations, museums, residents, just anything and everything, commercial. And it kind of led me into a passion project when we moved here, which is Local Creatives.
Nice.
And so
yes, you started that.
I started Local Creatives 4 years ago, 2017. And it's been incredible. We lost that sense of community when we left college, and Morgan and I always wanted to start a studio. And our first wood shop was with a community of Craftsman Guild woodworkers. They're all like, you know, 55 to 75. It was like this very niche place. But anyway, so when we moved here, we're kind of off by ourselves now. And we just wanted a sense of community, and we wanted to talk to people who were going through the same struggles, because, you know, we started a business, we moved the business, we built a place for the business to be in. It was a lot. I mean, we're still married. It's, you know, I feel like we made it. So, but anyways, yeah. So we're here now, and we're enjoying it. My family's here. I have nieces here.
Very cool.
So yeah, what was the question? I think I just trailed off.
You did, but yeah, you started the local creatives and things like that.
Yes.
So you were telling us a little bit about that. So that's kind of cool. I've kind of gotten to learn some of those artists in the community over the last few years. They just, and they're a wide variety of artists from all different backgrounds and concepts.
You wouldn't believe, like, we have some stars here. We have some celebrities here. People who are, you know, they have like 500,000 followers on Instagram. They're illustrating books like for Narnia.
Wow.
We have secret studios inside of Ishii homes that have, you know, 4x8 laser cutters. I mean, we have some really cool people here that, you know, most people don't know about, and they are surviving off of their craft.
Wow.
So that is exciting to bring that platform to the community. We ended up getting this gallery downstairs here at the Mary C. Just a year after we started the group. I mean, we had a small festival at the Almost Circle Gallery. We had a couple of shows, and then we immediately got picked up to put that gallery downstairs. And from there, it's just grown, and I feel like it's bringing work opportunities to these people, and that connection with the community and creatives has been our mission. And I feel like it's just people are accepting it, and it's just flowering from there. So
I love it because, you know, in Ocean Springs, you know, art is part of our community. That's how our community was built. That's how our community was formed.
Right.
So
to make believers out of the community that this can be a career, and to teach the next generation that, and to help the parents of that next generation see that that's a legitimate career. That's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Because that's what we did, and a lot of people, even both mine and Morgan's dads are engineers, and they were just like, "You're doing what with your life? Oh, okay, we'll see how that works out." And we're 8 years in, and we've been completely self-supportive.
Nice.
So I mean, you got to get, you know, creative sometimes, but you know, that's just the nature of the game.
Yeah.
That's the hustle. Okay, your turn. I'm going to ask you a question now. Okay, so why Ocean Springs? You have a twin sister in Biloxi doing what you do, technically. Is there a rivalry there?
Well, you know, we always like to say we can have both sides of the bridge covered, but of course there is a rivalry there. I mean, come on, look at us talking about all this creativeness in Ocean Springs.
Like how much better we are? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Unity.
Right, but you know, every community has its own little area, and Ocean Springs is very creative, and I think, you know, I got plopped in the perfect side of the Mississippi Gulf Coast to be able to kind of celebrate that art and be a part of that, because I love art, and like I said, you know, everyone has their own art. You know, it may not be, you know, painting on a picture, you know, like my art is marketing, my art is writing. Exactly. And just like with the local creatives, everything that people do, a chef is an artist.
Exactly.
You know, so there's so many cool things that we can do here in Ocean Springs. So that is fun, but my sister and I, yes, she works in Biloxi for the city of Biloxi, and I work here in Ocean Springs. So it's kind of neat. We have the same background, same college degrees, so we do a lot of the same things, but actually I think it really helps us a lot in Ocean Springs, being able to partner very well with Biloxi. You know, that is kind of a superpower here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Do you guys help each other? Do you call each other and go over things together?
We do all the time. Yeah,
I feel like we're starting to do that a little bit.
Right?
It's nice. Girl power.
It is. It is. You know, and we kind of do that. Like, we'll proofread each other's things. We'll actually ask each other to come help at events and things like that. So yeah, if she helps at an event, then I have to go help at an event for her.
That's how Mom and I are with our businesses.
Right. We have to share.
Nice.
So yeah. So it is really neat to have a twin that does similar things, and you know, a lot of twins kind of do their own thing, but we have, I don't know, we still have this unique bond. You know?
Of course, they're twins.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, I have a question for you. you have a passion for helping others in the community. You talked about the local creatives. So one thing that I've really enjoyed learning from you is that passion that you have. You want to bring that creativity out in artists, in everything we just talked about, in chefs, in whatever makes them part of that art. Well, so that's what's made you like a really wonderful partner here. But tell me, you told us a little bit about your background, and it's not in the broadcasting world. So tell me what made you want to be a part of this team here?
Well, we've done interviews together before, and they've always been very fun and successful. But I don't know, you just sort of fill me full of confidence, and this is a challenge for me. This is not my background, but to continue in sort of my passion, my mission. This is one of the best ways to connect to our community, and that's kind of my thing. People, relationships, they feed me. They fill me full of energy and make me feel like I'm doing something with my life. It's fulfilling, and you give me a lot of that strength, whether you realize it or not.
You're gonna make me cry.
You're an unexpected friend and confidant to me, and I'm enjoying the direction things are going between us. So I feel good about this.
So with that being said, watch out for this team.
I know.
I'm going to say it.
I know. I'm so excited.
I think that it's about time to wrap up here. So
I feel like we need a part 2. I didn't get through half my questions.
Right? And we can do that.
Y'all let us know if you want a part 2.
Exactly.
I've got some deeper questions for Cynthia.
Maybe it is time to wrap up. Well, we want to say thank you for giving us an opportunity to share ourselves with you guys. And that we hope that as time goes on, we will become better partners and friends with all of you out there. Absolutely. And share a little bit of the creative side, the fun side of Ocean Springs.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Take care.
See you next time.